is going to run for some big yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, look at 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. And he's got Gresham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. Johnson on the counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And into the end zone. A pick 6 from a 49er D as they score the touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end. Zone for a touchback. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Underneath for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Now
a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They'll set up a throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Slips past him.
Pretty good.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 81 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
With it on the return is Logan. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the toss, it's McKinnon. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's McKinnon. Whoosh. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, 49ers. Jarek McKinnon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. With it on the return is Logan. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Looking to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And running with power here. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers continue to roll. And his kick is good. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. With it on the return is Logan. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll look to throw here. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, you've got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Gone!
They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. With it on the return is Logan. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. With it on the return is Logan. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go to Johnson again. Fights him off. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Back to throw here. This one complete to Gresham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Johnson jostles free. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. They're going to look to throw. His throw caught. About the 23 yards on the play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him...
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals claw one back.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Gold with the extra point, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. To the right side, complete to Taylor. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They run it with McKinnon. Bust through the tackle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Airing it deep for Garcon. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Toss play to McKinnon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
12, fellas, here we go.
throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. We don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have the high victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Eric Armstead in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes this up just shy of the 45. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidence...
And he hauls it in the end end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Gone!
They'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to find Kirk complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to fight. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. McKinnon fitting in nicely as the feature back in this 49er offense. He's back there again now on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there from a big play guy, Jerick McKinnon. 67 yards on the ground. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
McKinnon. Oh, look at that. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? This is Breida. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they take a knee. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them.